to get started, folks.
Washington's 106.7 WJFK. Here starts Ron and Fez.
Okay, good. You're in for that, right?
Ron and Fez.
Buddays!
Oh, buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show, and we are live tonight.
Good evening, buddies. Live in a new place.
We are actually, the last 3 days, has it been 3 days now, Fez?
I think 2.
Well, this is the third day.
Right, yeah.
And all this really just got lined up today. Walking around trying to find a studio to broadcast out of with just a little suitcase in each of our hands.
Oh, yeah. Like we just got off the old-fashioned train and with our carpet bags and came into town.
So luckily we've been taken in right now. What exactly is the name of this building, Fez?
We are in, I believe, the CBS Broadcast Facility.
Right. And the studio that we're sitting in right now, I guess, is our new best friend,
Charles Osgood.
So we're seeing you on the radio tonight. Tonight we're seeing you on the radio.
I don't even know what that means. All I know is they've taken every button away from me.
Yeah, everything's been taken away from Fez, and he's sitting there like an idiot.
Sitting. I don't sit during the show. I stand during the show, and I run the board, and now there's no board.
Yeah.
And there's a chair, and I'm sitting here on my fat ass.
It's always interesting when you have to, use a temporary studio. First of all, your voice sounds different.
Right.
Fez sounds a little effeminate tonight. I was noticing that.
Oh, great. That's the last effing thing I need now.
And we're trying to put this whole thing together. This is a huge facility that we're in.
Yeah, it's a giant building.
And we had to go down and get name tags.
Yeah, we had to get our security tags from the security offices, and that's actually below ground.
Right.
So we've been walking through the catacombs of this CBS building,
right,
going to the security office. And
Rory left us alone. Rory's been over here trying to work on this. Thank you, by the way, for the last couple of days, Rory.
No problem.
And for whatever reason, he goes, and Fez and I had never been in this building before.
It's right before the show. We got here maybe an hour and a half ago.
So that they go, first things first, let's take you guys down, get your badges so nobody ends up thinking that you're maniacs running around here.
I tried the thing of we don't need no stinking badges.
Did it work?
No, I think they've heard it before.
Badges, we don't need no stinking badges. So you're literally walking down the hall, and Dan Rather is coming in the other direction. Is one of those deals. So Rory sends Wonder Boy to bring us back up because Rory had to go make sure that the feed was going to be on, and we'd actually be on the air tonight. Wonder Boy, and Rory, we haven't even told you this whole story yet. Wonder Boy starts weaving us in and out of this building, taking us up and down elevators, and I'm going, we're lost. And he's like, no, we're okay.
And I knew it, Ronnie, right as we left the security office because we immediately went a different direction than the way Rory took us there.
Right. Now, you have to understand what Wonder Boy looks like. It's like he's a 1978 punk. And his head looks like a whisk broom. It's just straight up like the brunch part of a Roman helmet from a Gladiator movie.
Right. So that's his look, and now he's walking us through this huge facility. We're going from the basement, and we're trying to get back to our studio that they set up to us on the 6th floor.
Right.
So that's the area we have to travel now through this building.
Now we're on the TV side of the building, and these elevators are opening up into people's offices. It's not like it's a hallway, but it opens up, and here these people are working because it's their whole floor.
Right. The way the building is set up, it's actually 3 different facilities, all side by side inside one building. So if you take the wrong bank of elevators, you're in the wrong building, even though you've never left.
All right, who all does it belong to? It's TV, it's radio, and what else?
And what else do we have? There's some other, networks. BET does stuff out of here.
Oh, okay. So it's like syndicated programming and stuff like that. Well, for whatever reason, we're in the CBS TV stuff. And as I say, we walk out of this elevator, and we're at the Sunday morning show. But he is pulling us and taking us down the hall like it's the same hallway he came in through.
Right, like he's been here all his life and just knows his way around. No, this is the right way. I started leaving breadcrumbs behind me.
You've never left any food behind you in your life. I can see you leaving candy wrappers, but you're not going to throw away damn good breadcrumbs.
All right, back to the story.
All right, here's the story. So we pick up. So already I'm ready to just, neck slap them and end it right there. we're stuck there, and he's asking this gentleman, where's Studio 9? He keeps saying, where's Studio 9, like anybody would know.
And there's, like, probably hundreds of studios in this place.
So the person that I see him bugging is Bill Geist, the TV guy from Sunday Morning.
Now, who exactly is Bill Geist?
Bill Geist is like, he's like the wacky guy. You ever see CBS Sunday Morning?
Not too often.
It used to
I don't
be,
want to offend anyone here in the new building.
It used to be the Charles Kuralt thing.
Okay.
It's a magazine show on Sunday morning. It's a really great show. And it goes on for a while, and in like 2 minutes, they'll just show you ducks or something like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Where they go, we'll spend the next 2 minutes looking at the snow melting. And for whatever reason, it's been on 100 years.
Soothing.
So we got Bill Geist, the wacky guy, and he's kind of the Andy Rooney. And I just feel like this is weird enough. Here's the guy out of my TV, and we're bothering him in his own office. And he and his, girls, I guess he has, secretaries or whatever, assistants, they're looking at us like we're the Manson family. Like we're total maniacs in their office.
The skinny pale kid with the mohawk is asking Bill Geist, where's Studio 9?
Exactly, and he's like, what? And they go, and then this idiot says, Charles Kuralt studio.
Yeah.
So Charles Kuralt has been dead for 2 years.
Sure. Charles Kuralt, on the road with Charles Kuralt. I think
probably 5 years.
I think it's more like 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. So now we go in and tell these guys, and this guy is a legitimate, television broadcaster.
And probably worked with Charles Kuralt.
He did. Charles Kuralt used to host the show.
Oh, God.
So he's going,
oh, God.
Yes.
I got to get out of here. I'm so humiliated.
And he's like, we're broadcasting out of Charles Kuralt's. And you see guys just like, what maniacs have broken into our building?
And are bringing up my dead friend's name to me.
Yeah, we got this 1978 Joey Ramone lookalike.
Oh.
We got another guy with, pinpricks for eyes because I'm all wired out right now, and I'm having all kinds of flashbacks. And then, he said the effeminate heavyset woman. So
who would that be?
He met you, but that's Geist. That's Geist. He's brilliant.
I'll kill Geist.
So at this, don't even say that in this building. We're lucky enough that they put us here. So now we're completely, Fez and I are weirded out because we have no idea where we are. And I kind of feel like, you ever see those TV shows where Kramer just walks through other people's studios?
Right, yeah. Kramer will show up on Murphy Brown.
And I feel like somehow I've fallen into my own television set, and I'm bothering the people there.
And along the way, mind you, the clock is ticking.
Yeah, right.
This show comes on at 7 o'clock, and I looked at my watch at one point, and it was inside of 10 till.
Yeah.
And we still haven't even found the studio. We're wandering around.
So I'm kind of whispering to Wonderboy, because I don't know what the studio is, and I know it can't be what he's saying.
I know. Here's the thing. You look at, those doors we pass.
Yeah.
A million doors in here. The numbers are all in the 6,000s. We're on the 6th floor. He's asking for number 9, Studio 9,
and they're
please.
looking at him. They don't have a Studio 9. They don't have any idea that we're in basically the wrong building. Now, at this point, it dawns on the idiot, after we're going, Charles Kuralt's dead, Wonderboy. He goes, oh, we want Charles Osgood's studio. And now they're even more appalled because the Sunday morning show that they do is hosted by Charles Osgood.
Right. So now we've insulted 2 of their co-workers.
Right.
1 dead.
And as we're going along, the girl goes, she's going, okay, it's down this way to the left. And she goes, are you on the show? And he's going, yeah. And they think Sunday morning all this time.
Right.
They think that now the 3 of us lunatics think that we host Sunday morning television.
Yeah, at this point they think Osgood is doing a piece on modern-day punk rockers.
Right, exactly. And, punk rocker and his heavy-set parents is what they're thinking at this point. It was the weirdest.
This was the worst part of it for me.
Yeah.
Remember when we went in 4 different elevators that I counted. Remember when we got off the elevator at that one floor. He realized it was a mistake, and we went to another floor that we hadn't been to yet. He's had us on floor 7, 6, and 5, besides the basement where the security office was.
Right.
At one point, we get off the elevator, place we hadn't been. There's a big wall hanging. This is right before we walked into the Sunday morning office. Big wall hanging. It's a carpet, and it's like an Aztec sun. And he looks at us and goes, did we see this before?
And I think that's the Sunday morning logo that you saw.
That's exactly when we walked into Geis's place.
Unbelievable.
Did we see this before?
And I take him, and all these TV producers, and I just lean in his ear, and I go, I'm going to effing kill you. And I know that a lot of people use that as, some kind of slang. Like, I'm going to kill you. Meaning, oh, you're in trouble with me.
Sure.
No, I meant it like I literally am going to kill you, and I will later. I will kill him. I will chop off his head and his hands and bury him.
I was ready to just strangle him and throw him down one of the many elevator shafts that we got to visit tonight.
And now we're back in the elevator, and he goes, let me get you to the first floor. And I go, you're going to get to the first floor, you're going to call Rory, and then you're going to catch your cab. I'm going to give you this head start till the end of the show. You catch your cab and see if I ever find you.
Once we got back into the elevator for probably the 5th time, and I just hit main lobby. All right, the street level. As soon as we got out there, there's the lobby. We went around the other corner. We're supposed to be on the left side of the building. We were on the right, exploring like DeSoto and Cortez. So, it was that easy to just retrace your steps and get us back here.
All right, so let's bring Wonder Boy in and try and figure out whether or not we're going to kill him or not. I'm all for it.
I say kill. I say kill.
By the way, we are on the air live tonight, unlike the last 2 nights.
Right. So, finally we're live on 106.7 WJFK.
If you'd like to give us a call later, 866-277-4969. Wonder Boy, what is wrong with you? Seriously.
The problem was I had only been there to the security thing one time, and going to it to find you guys, I didn't make any mistakes.
Why did you feel like you were the guy to lead us back?
I think Rory had something that he was taking care of, and I had been there before.
So this is Rory's fault, not yours.
Well, no, I told him I could get you guys back. He said, can you do it? I said, yeah, I was there before, and I got to the place okay. And we started going back all right, but I just got into the wrong elevator bank, and then after that...
We told you we were going the wrong way as soon as we left that office with our cool new badges. And I usually don't take a good picture, and this is fabulous. I'm going to use this on a lot of things.
Right, you get another gay Baptist with that.
What?
Now, who wrote up I Saw Andy Rooney before?
Billy.
Well, then why don't you sign it? So I thought that was you. I have no idea who's writing these things to me from the other room in the computer. I'd say I don't like the whole idea of us even being in here at all. This is too insane. This is literally too insane.
It's very annoying. It's eggshells around here.
Yeah.
Because there's too many people in this building.
And you send me and Fez and Wonder Boy off, and it might as well be 3 monkeys humping a football in front of these people.
That's how it came off.
I literally would have felt more comfortable if we put a football down and the 3 of us tried to hump it at the same time than wandering around TV offices asking for dead broadcasters.
Get me some ass rubbers. I want to hump the football again.
Do you understand who Charles Osgood is?
Yes, I do.
Did you know that he hosted the show that those people are in?
I knew he hosted a show. I didn't know it was that...
Their show.
Yeah, no, that part I didn't know.
What are the chances that we have to say we're in the Charles Osgood studio and the people we have to ask about that are Charles Osgood's people?
Right.
What are the chances that would happen, especially night number 1 in this new building?
Fezzy, just imagine 3 mongoloids going, yes, I'm supposed to be in Ron Bennington's office that you've never seen before.
Right.
And there's no way I would let these animals into my office. And you're like, do we call security? You could see that, do we call security?
That's excellent, because I would have had the 3 of us thrown out of the building.
Sure. Bill Geist literally had what I call the Sharon Tate look on his face, where the Manson family has broken in, and it's too late to do anything about it.
With as much security as we went through to get these badges.
Yeah.
And you see the setup they have downstairs.
Right.
It looks like NORAD as they're protecting this building. Geist got on the phone and wanted to know how 3 idiots, 3 monkeys humping a football, ended up in his lobby.
And out of the 3 of us, at all times, at least one of us is holding. And I'm thinking,
that's the problem.
And I'm not saying which one it is, but I'm thinking, where do I get rid of this at now? I don't want to flush it, and yet at the same time, I don't want to get in big trouble.
We're actually lucky we're not in some sort of holding cell back down in the lower basement, while the show was supposed to be on the air.
Just crazy.
And we're in Best of again.
Yeah. Well, we're not in the best of. This is actually real tonight.
It's too real. It's surreal. We're surreal tonight.
I bring Billy in. I want to hear his Andy Rooney story. So we've seen Bill Geist so far, Dan Rather, and now we're understanding Andy Rooney. They're not going to let us...
And we shouldn't be.
Here's what makes
we shouldn't be seeing any of these people.
Here's what makes me mad, too, Fez. It took us 3 days to get this studio. If they boot us out of here, it's going to take forever.
Yeah, then there will be no place to go.
Yeah. All right, Billy, let's hear your little story. It better be interesting if you're going to write stuff up on the computer.
Oh, no problem. I was actually going down to check out the cafeteria.
You
No.
Seriously.
Yeah, well, I was here early.
How was the cafeteria?
Oh, it was very nice. It was after actually lunch hour, so they only had like leftovers and stuff. Had a nice bowl of chili and a chicken sandwich. It was very nice. I sat there, read the papers.
We don't care. What about Andy Rooney?
So when I'm coming back up the elevator and I'm sitting there and I walk past him and the older gentleman all slunched over and stuff, and I was like, "Is this elevator going up?" And he goes, "Well, yes, it is." You know, with his Andy Rooney voice. And he was like really nice and stuff, but he's very small. He's a very small man.
Next to you, everybody is small.
No, I meant in height.
I saw Fatty Arbuckle next to you, and I thought he had lost weight.
No, but I was just like, wow, that was Andy Rooney.
They both do the Coke bottle trick.
Who did you say that to?
Myself.
Oh, okay.
And then when I got in the elevator, and then I mentioned to the guys up here, I said, "Is Andy Rooney still in the building?" And they said, "Yeah," and they did the hunched over thing like.
All right, well, don't be rude.
I wasn't being rude. That's how they were telling me that I made sure it was Andy Rooney.
First of all, Wonder Boy's taking us into restricted areas. Right. I don't need you getting the guys in the hallways yucking it up with your bad Andy Rooney impression.
Oh, no, I didn't do it in front of him.
Did you offer him chili?
Not doing it at all.
I know. Don't do it.
Okay.
You don't know who anybody is in this building.
I knew Andy Rooney.
Did you have your AA meeting today?
No. I had to pick up Rory, so Rory and AA meetings don't mix.
All right.
Everything's Rory's fault.
Right,
with
I
these
know.
guys.
Well, no, I didn't have time. I picked up Rory before my meeting. My meeting just starts at 1.
Which meeting you going to?
The one in Wantua, Long Island.
All right. Thank you, Billy. Get out of here.
No problem.
So this has been our first hour.
Yeah.
Even though we've only been on the air a half hour.
Right.
This is our first hour in this building.
Because it's a secure building, and it took us that long, the whole first part of the day, to get here and be able to deal with the fact that we can come upstairs. And this is the way we greet these people who finally helped us.
Well, we've made an impact. They know we're in the building now. They're nice enough to set up a studio for us. Took 3 days to get it put together, and this is how we treat them. We're supposed to be under the radar here.
All right, Mike, you're on it first.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I split my time between D.C. and New York, and I just wanted to address the situation that's going on. I love the show. I was really glad I found out you guys would be on live in D.C., but gotta say I'm really unhappy about that. You're no longer up on NEW.
Right. There is no. I guess right now there's no more NEW.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys have seen the message board, but there's a whole lot of people out there that really made a connection with you guys, and
I got to get me a computer.
Well, just like anything else, as soon as they go, okay, we're going to go in a different direction, they never give the guys who are on the air a chance to say the station's going in a different direction, so we want to say goodbye. Even though we work for the same company, even though it would make perfect sense, so there's no way we're going to do the big FU show.
Right, why would we? We're still with the company.
Right, so that the same guy...
It's ridiculous.
Right, I understand if we're, suddenly... we're going to start leaving the place like Stone Cold Steve Austin. But for the last 5 months, we knew this was coming. And
Let me take a crap on the board, Ronnie.
Basically,
let me get my pants down.
Basically, that's what, they act like. So we never got a chance to say to everybody. So now, in the meantime, they've got, people mad about, everything else.
And the weird thing was, we had 5 months to do that FU show.
Right.
If we didn't do it in 5 months, we weren't going to do it on Monday after the Super Bowl.
But again, suits and T-shirts, it's the whole difference in this business.
That's the way it works.
Yeah. All right. Well, send everybody big love for us, okay, Mike?
Will do.
Thanks for the call, Mike. I appreciate it.
There you go. There's Mike. Here's Greg. Greg, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Greg. Go ahead, pal.
What up, guys?
Hey, pal.
Welcome back to D.C.
It's great to be here, and thanks a lot for... not abandoning us 2 days into this thing.
Oh, I know. And as we're AWOL, basically.
Now, here's the other weird thing. Other people, all right, in New York, they're going, all right, they're not doing talk radio there anymore. They're doing music. Then I would get emails from people in D.C. going, is this a holdout? Are you guys doing a holdout? I'm like, no, it's not an effing holdout.
If I had a transmitter in my apartment, we'd be talking to you.
And you know, when you have the kind of heat that we have, you don't do a holdout. That's stupid.
You try to do a hold up.
Yeah, right.
Howard Stern, Don and Mike, Bill O'Reilly, Ron and Fez, and the Washington Redskins. 106.7 WJFK.